Hi, I'm Yaya, and I want to welcome you back to the Beginner's Playlist, the best easy videos on YouTube with watercolor painting. Today we're going to do landscapes. You want to try landscapes, but the idea of tiny trees and fluffy clouds stresses you out? Same, but I've got your back. In this video, as usual, I'm sharing the best, really easy landscape water tutorials for beginners. No complicated techniques, just simple, clear, beginner-friendly help. So come on with me. Let's dive into the great outdoors. So in today's episode, what you're going to learn is a few different landscape styles, and we're going to also do another book review, as well as the best easy landscape videos. So you might be looking at that list of landscape styles and saying, yeah, why did you pick minimalist, loose and impressionistic, and atmospheric and moody? Well, because they're the easiest. I actually used AI to help me come up with a list of some of the more popular landscape styles, and minimalist was listed as very easy. Loose impressionistic was very easy to moderate. Atmospheric and moody was also easy to moderate, and folk art was easy. However, when you start to getting into urban and architecture as well as realistic scenes, they skipped moderate hard and went right to challenging. So I've tried to pick some of the easiest in these three categories for you to look at today. So grab your paint and your sketchbook, maybe a cozy beverage because vibes are important, and I have mine off to the side here. And let's escape into a painted landscape, no bug spray required. So the first landscape style we're going to dig into is minimalist. Minimalist has a clean, modern, often geometric or super simplified vibe. It usually has bold shapes, a limited color palette, negative space is used intentionally. So here's an example of what a truly minimalist painting is of the mountains. And this is from a photo I took, and really simpled it down. This picture is from one of the assignments that you have in Easy Videos. This is the minimalist one that they gave, and it's obviously very easy to do. So, and then another example of what minimalist is. So the next up is loose and impressionistic. So you can tell what it is. It's mountains and a meadow scene there, but it's not realistic. It's just what it says, loose and impressionistic. The vibe is flowing, relaxed, suggestive, which is mine rather than detailed. You have soft edges, color blending, as you can see, hints of shapes. The viewers fill in the details with their imagination. So I actually like this one. As I've told you before, I have a mental hang up on landscapes that I can't do them, but I'm okay with this one, and it takes practice. I've told you how many times we got to practice to do it. So I'm going to show you this one here is from one of the videos today. Mine's not so hot, but hers looks really cool if you can make it look like hers. Again, just a loose meadow. Then, as always, well, not as always, I don't do it every week, but I do want to show you some of the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is from last summer. So 12 months ago. It was one of my very first attempts at landscape. And when I peeled the tape off, it took off half my painting. So as you can see, the clouds aren't bad. The trees are a little flat. The water's a little flat. I did like my rocks. And I had to practice on those rocks before I started this picture. So again, here's me practicing rocks before I did that picture actually, and my rocks aren't bad. So if you find yourself, more or less, if you find yourself stuck on a particular type of object, just go Google that, practice that particular object. Again, one of your videos this week, this is just a very, very simple, again, loose and impressionistic seashore and clouds in the background. So again, not hard to do, doesn't take real long. Again, very simplistic though. And the third type we were going to talk about today is atmospheric and moody. And this again is one of your videos for today. So it is very simple. You've got some mountains, you've got some mist, you have some snowflakes, and you've got the different trees. Hers looks better than mine, as always, but it was simple and it was fun to do. The thing I wanted to point out on here is these two trees are a way that I learned to do snow on trees. And what she actually does is she uses white paint and I used gouache to put the snow on these trees. And what this is, I'm gonna show you just a picture of the tree here to make it easier, is when you're doing your tree, while it's still wet, you just, if you remember the technique one of the videos from last week had, you grab your paper towel, your brush and clean water, and you're gonna do the same thing here. You get water, you wipe it out, and you sit and lift the paint where the snow would be. Rinse clean water, do the paper towel, and again, scrub out where the, or not scrub, but lift out where the snow would be. It's a little bit softer look. I'll bring this one back for you to see. It's a little bit softer look than the direct white on there, but I like them both. So depending on what your picture is, if you want really soft and misty, maybe go this way. If you want more snow to be true white, then go this way. But that's tip for the day about snow. And not only is this my favorite landscape book, it's my only landscape book. I actually looked through several and I liked his because of the simplicity and because of the steps he shows. So for example, when he talks about just essential techniques, here you go. How do you do that mountain? I like it a lot. And if you remember, in some of the, I'm going to here, some of the early episodes, this was one of my paintings that I actually really liked from him was the Dipper picture. And again, he'll take you step by step, by step, how to do the landscape pictures. So there's more than just that in here. We can cruise through a couple of them. Here's what the picture ends up looking like, and here's where you start. So there's not, a great amount in here, but the reason I like it is because it is so simple. Again, here you go. You sketch a little bit, you start filling in your colors, and you're going to end up with that. So it's a little bit impressionistic. This is actually Delicate Arch in Utah, and it looks fairly realistic, except I've been there several times, and I know the side barely touches here. But other than that, I like the simplicity of it because, remember, I can't do landscapes, but I have worked on a few of his pictures, and I like the way she does it. So this is Wilderness Watercolor Landscapes by Colby Bloom. So if you want a good, simple landscape book, I would recommend this. So as always, it's the best easy videos on landscapes. And I did try to appeal to a broad audience with this video list. So there's mountains, there's ocean, there's landscapes, there's a minimalist, there's loose and also the Moody and the Moody and flowing one. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. So I tried to give you some of everything in this list. So what I want you to do though is, because landscape is so broad and so many different things you can paint, if you want more of any one of the specific styles, like I want more oceans, I want more mountains, I want more minimalist, I want more whatever it is, I want to do trees. I have so many tree videos that are great. So if you want more of a specific type of landscape, just let me know in the comments below and I will reply back with a list of my favorite videos in that particular style. Thanks for painting with me today. I had fun. Hopefully your mountains are majestic, your skies are dreamy, and your trees, well, if they look like mine, they tried their best. So check the description below for all those beginner-friendly tutorials and the book I mentioned. Hit like and subscribe if you found this helpful. We'll close with Yaya's Irish blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May your heart be light, your colors bright, and may you find joy and peace in the beauty that you create. Until next time, bye.